Mother is mothering right now. That's what I'm saying. He is going to one and done me because this is Tekken 8 and this is the culture that we live in for some reason. Of course. Of course. What did we do to deserve this? What, like, past life did Harada kill an entire village to make it so that one and dones were the curse that all of us had to bear? What the fuck? Honestly, I understand that, like, we're in a ranked setting, and so you take your wins and your losses where you can, but the amount of one and dones is... it's a little bit ridiculous. I would understand if we're playing, like, Rocket League or something where it's like, it says that the game is 5 minutes long, but the game feels like it's 20 minutes long. Or it's like, we're playing a game where you have to play with your teammates and you want to reroll what teammates you got. This is literally like a casino where you might be fighting regular guy number 23 or a bear. And quite frankly, I don't think there's a substantial enough difference between either of those two to justify the amount of, like, that have come out of this game. People are going to go back to Street Fighter and they're going to be absolutely mortified by the fact that people are expected to play more than one game. Also, please, for the love of God, let me down. People want to run their gimmick and then bail on you before you learn. That might be true, but also... that would make me very sad if it... I started sidestepping left, and they immediately went, let's do a tracking move. And so I think they are the rare Lee player with a brain. I know people have said that it doesn't exist, much like the Chupacabra, and yet here we are. Staring Bigfoot down, going, that is a brain cell on a character with silver hair. I didn't mean to do that. No, 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 no. I don't know if that's actually a punish. It's not, okay. I was meant to press the other one, the big fish. The other big fish, obviously. 90% of Devil Gym players I fought have one and done, regardless of who won. It's fucked up. Like, I understand that, you know, you play a Mishima, you're probably a little bit edgy. You go to school, you bring a very small pocket knife, but you've never actually used it. And so it stays pristine, and so it's still kind of threatening, but you're not using it because you want to keep it threatening, but because you're too timid to potentially hurt yourself. And so you end up playing Devil Jin, you end up playing Kazuya. Maybe you dabble in Reina when you're feeling a little bit frisky, but you know, you would never play like a character that would debase yourself like, I don't know, Lily, which you'll be playing in 20 years time. But because you're an edgy teenager now, the moment that you run into anyone, you assume that they hate you. And so you one and them because you're a Devil Jin player. When really, if you could take the time to just grow up a tiny amount, you could be sat there playing Lily today. Realize that you are the problem, and then embrace it. I wish all Devil Jin player are very happy 10 FPS matchups. I don't agree. No matter how much I might hate the one-and-done Devil Jin that is playing Wi-Fi right now, you have to be better than them. As Slime would say, you have to be better than the Daemons. I am better, I play King. I don't think you realize that you're the problem. Also, what the hell? We lost 2 games already? What the fuck? I thought that that was the first game. I was so busy in my own analogy that I got lost in that I wasn't ready to play more than like 40 seconds. Oops. Alright, I need to get some mother energy going, and by that I mean I need to get this button going, and then there is a very hard to hit follow-up where it's like forward 1, 2, 1 plus 2, forward 1 plus 2 again. And then I can't remember what the rest of the mix is, but I just kind of guess. The stream of consciousness is too strong today. It really is. I had a whole weekend where I was... so this weekend I had to take care of my dad's cat. He was away, and so I was house sitting with the cat. And during that time, I brought my computer so that I could work on the next video, but I didn't have a microphone. And so I just kind of stayed out of Discord and didn't really talk to anyone because there was no one around me to talk to. And so I've just kind of bottled up this, not necessarily the stream of consciousness, you know, I still have a brain. It might be hard to believe, I know. But because I haven't been talking to anyone, I've not been output. And now I am, my stream of consciousness is the Coke bottle and me streaming has become the Mentos to said Coke bottle. Don't worry, Leon, we're all here for the parasocial interactions too. I mean, you're watching a live stream instead of watching a video essay, of course you are. Video essays are for the introverted. Streams are for the introverted as well, but also in desperate need of somebody to talk to. It doesn't solve the problem, but it feels like it does. Sometimes. How would I know, is what you're asking? I wouldn't know. I'm socially secure as hell. I definitely don't wake up, look at all of the discords that I missed while I was asleep, and go, I wish I was there. And then the moment that I have the opportunity to be there, look at the people in VC and go, I'm feeling a little bit like anxious today. I think I'll join tomorrow. And then I never do. Video essays 101 is choosing between Tekken or Undernight OST for background music. I see that you are particularly ignorant to the subject, considering it always has been and always will be choosing between the Animal Crossing OST and the Tomodachi Life OST. Nice Northern Lion cosplay, Leon. Thank you, thank you. Could you gift a subscription right now so I can finish the cosplay? Thank you for that. But I think that, okay, actually on that, I kind of knew that this was the case already, but I think this bald shit is forever. This weekend, I didn't have, like, the shaver, the weird, like, handheld shaving device that bald people get to shave their head. I didn't have it the entire weekend. And so for like 3 days, I couldn't shave my head. And it grew back to the longest that it's ever been. Well, not longest that it's ever been, sorry. Longest that it's been for like, I don't know, maybe like a couple of months. And that's maybe not even like 2 millimeters. But it was enough so that you could feel it. And I was losing my fucking mind. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm so bald, typically speaking, that it's all I'm like used to, and anything that isn't skinhead, not to say that I am a skinhead, but anything that isn't like a pure scalp is uncomfortable to me, which realistically I kind of already knew was gonna be the case, considering I would get aggy if I haven't shaved my head in a while to begin with. And also having like bad dreams about having hair. That's when I truly knew that this bald shit was forever. Bald by choice, but not for bigoted reasons. That's what I'm saying. That was the realest thing that I've ever said. Just say I'm a big One Punch fan, LeMayo. Well, the thing is, I feel like that's an even bigger red flag. Okay, maybe not a bigger red flag. Let's rearrange our priorities here. I'll just say that I'm like a really over-enthusiastic Northern Lion fan, so that when I start doing really over-enthusiastic Northern Lion things, they go, yeah, that tracks. How did everyone enjoy Sajam Slam? Is that what it was? I think that was what it was called. I watched Sajam Slam exclusively through Slime's VODs, and I think that it might be some of the most fun Tekken, some of the most fun Tekken that I've watched. I think that, like, this is one of the things that I think has, like, disillusioned me as somebody that, like, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm showing up to the weekly every single week. You know, I show up to the weekly once a year if you're lucky. But, like, I think as someone who's been to fighting game tournaments, both big and small, and only really likes the small ones, if I'm being completely honest, Fate is the exception, go away. I think Sajam Slam was, like, a really nice way for people to see what normally happens at, like, a local. But instead of it being, like, a normal local where you show up, you don't know literally anyone there, and everyone in the room already knows everyone else. You kind of like got to enter the room and you know like maybe 3 or 4 people. You get to root for them and go, oh, hold on a minute, everyone kind of sucks ass. It's pretty sick. The coach matches were crazy. I didn't catch the coach matches. But yeah, I was on Team Brawl Pro because it had both Slime and Coney, and I was like, well, those are my boys. Get me in there. I was very proud to see Slime do bear things. I think I said it in his chat, but it kind of felt like I was like a proud dad watching my infant son walk for the first time. This was like not even in the matches, but when he was doing the fucking mix-up that I do every once in a while, I was like, that's my boy. It's the regional, not the local. What do you mean by it's the regional, not the... Do you mean you felt like you were looking at a regional? Because I don't agree with that. I'm in the States, my regionals happen in Chicago. You've got the America bias like a motherfucker. Honestly, like all of the shit that you hear about in terms of like the FGC, if you're not from America, it doesn't fucking exist. You're all talking about mythical beasts. Oh, my local with 50 players. What do you fucking mean a local with 50 players? Are you insane? You get 8 motherfuckers that show up, and it's the same 8 motherfuckers it's been for 20 years. Oh, is anyone streaming the local? Excuse me? Streaming the local? It's held in the upstairs of like a pub, and they need us gone in an hour and a half, and yet the tournament takes 2 hours. How does it take 2 hours? Well, you see, like, the only person who might win it is going to show up late every single time, and so we kind of need to, like, wait for them. Oh, why don't you just, like, you know, just start without him? Well, you know, he's the only one that's, like, actually any good, and realistically, like, we need someone to root for when, you know, the 20-person major happens. I'm just saying. It's a different beast out here in Europe. Yeah, I'm in the FGC. I watch Tekken streams. It's true, you are. I'm in the FGC. I only play Cow. I mean, you're better than one of my mates. One of my mates keeps talking about how much he loves Third Strike and then fucking won't download Fightcade. Living in London, population of 8 million. The only Tekken 8 weekly had 32 people the first 3 weeks and then down to 8 people already. Yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. Do you remember, this was when Street Fighter 6 came out? WSO had, I think Logan was running? WSO on, like, by the first month, had 3 entrants. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? It's Street Fighter 6. And there's, like, 3 people showing up to the Red Bull Gaming. And I kind of don't blame them. Like, the online is good enough that it's like, why would you go to a local when you can play more games online? But also at the same time, it's like, do none of you motherfuckers want to go out and socialize and make friends about your like weird niche hobby? Maybe that's a good sign that you don't want to do that, because it's kind of like anime fan adjacent. But, you know, I'm just saying, whatever happened to playing fun video games, you know? Maybe the world would be a better place if I gave up on my ambitions of trying at all and just accepted that maybe I'm a little dog shit. Maybe my dream wife is going to always stay in my dreams and I'm going to be alone forever. But also, maybe I'm streaming and we don't need to go through that trauma dump right now anyway. Something about laggy laws. Hey! Anyway, no, please speak on that. Me asking my streamer, hey, can you make the stream a little bit worse, actually? Have we considered, like, talking about your problems, even though your job right now, debatable, questionable, with many, many asterisks? Even though your job right now is, like, play video games? Trauma dump banter. I don't know if I'd ever call that banter, I'd call that a problem. I think I felt a very slight sense of what my brother is feeling right now. So this weekend, I took care of a cat for a weekend. This is not the part that is important. Well, I guess it is important, actually. It's very important. It's actually, like, essential to the story. But my brother also has a child, and the child is, like, 1. And so, obviously, he hasn't had, like, a decent night's sleep in roughly a million years. But this weekend, I think I felt a very slight amount of what he's going through. Not to steal parents' valor, but every single night, the cat would, like, cry and moan at nothing for about, like, 5 minutes every single hour. And so it was like an alarm clock that would consistently go off every single 60 minutes and ensure that my night's sleep was completely fucked. And if I'm being completely honest, on the first night I was pretty frustrated. On the second night I was like, holy shit, you are like dedicated to this. But also, the human body, surprisingly capable of adapting to no sleep existence. I think the human body is kind of designed to be like, you're gonna wake up constantly for no fucking reason, have to check the area around your like bush that you're sleeping in, and then go back to bed. It's crazy that we like had an existence that was beyond just like, oh, I'm gonna play video games and do my taxes. Like, no, we were a species of beast for like thousands and thousands of years, and it's like, oh, what's your like main hobby? Well, I like hunting small birds, and it's like, okay, like fucking, could we get like a normal hobby, like playing only Judge Valorant? And it's like, you're telling me that I'm built to be a human that gets no sleep and eats birds, and yet here I am going, what's those plus frames? We definitely still have like a little bit of the beast inside of us. Look at all the tech bros that spend like 400 hours a year writing code for their company, which if you like stretch out over the course of like an entire work week is actually not that much time, but you know, we'll end that bit where it is. But look at those guys that are like, yeah, my job is to like do extremely complex math and also go on GitHub and find somebody else who has already done it for me. And then they finish their job and they're like, yeah, what if I was a beast and I climbed a wall? And I'm like, rock climbing? For real? We really are just like mammals or like beasts that just kept going. McDonald's is my destiny. Could you imagine if in the Tekken 8 story mode, instead of it Jin being like press A to accept my destiny or whatever, it was just like press A to apply for the McDonald's waiting position? Fuck. I kind of got there. I kind of knew what I was doing. Press A to mentally prepare for your shift. That will be Dragonov after the nerfs. Okay, this has kind of just become me reading chat, but I'm plus 2ing the whole way down. You remember when fucking Trubbish came out and generate... This is Pokemon talk. I'm so sorry for all the fighting game players that grew up on Final Fantasy VII that for some reason still think that it's worth, like, anything when realistically it's just a really long piece of your childhood that isn't very good. Anyway, remember in Generation 5 when they fucking released Trubbish and everyone was like, this Pokemon sucks, this Pokemon sucks, it's a rubbish Pokemon? Ridiculous. Pokemon have run out of ideas. I feel like they kind of cursed all of Pokemon forever, because if you look at any modern Pokemon designs, they're like 40 different things brought together all at once. It's like, it's a bear, and it's origami, and also it's kind of a plane. Like, just think about it, give me a moment, we'll get there. And I'm like, I kind of just miss when a legendary Pokemon was just like, here's a bird, but it's red. I think that shit was kind of based. I'm not saying that I'm 90s maxing, because I would kind of be like stealing valor. I'm one of those millennials that will claim the title of millennial, but also like basically can't remember anything pre-Y2K. But I want to go back to like a time when designs were simpler. And I don't mean like fucking X changing from being a bird to being a symbol, or like Patreon's 400 million redesigns of its logo to be simpler. I mean like when people would be like, I made this OC, he's a bird, and it's like the original part of his content was just like, you know, this wing is slightly bigger than normal. Can you imagine if you like showed a fucking Talon Flame to Charles Darwin? He'd be losing his goddamn fucking mind. He'd be like, how much evolution has happened in the last 20 years to make it so that we've gone from Pidgey to fucking Talonflame? What are we doing? I yearn for simpler times. The bridge Pokemon goes hard. The bridge Pokemon can fuck off. Somehow the bridge Pokemon is over-designed. If Muck came out today, he would be a big slime, but also have like 40 different spikes coming out of him that are all different colors. And also, he has a Gigantamax form that turns him into a slug. Also, no, guys, really, the next Pokemon will be good. The next Pokemon will be good. Look at the starters. They're so cute. Aren't all these baby starters so cute? Aren't you gonna be so excited when they evolve a second time? And you go, ooh, this is kind of like one of the ugliest designs that I've ever seen in my life. And then they get to the third evolution, and you're going, go back. Go back, please. Hold on, Darwin? Wait, where the fuck are we? Because I mean, like, the evolution of things. Leave me be. It kind of got... The whole ramble got lost in the sauce a little bit. Let me have this. Come on. I was going to say it's been a rough day, but it really hasn't. It's been a rough day of finding a coherent thought for more than 3 seconds. So Kip has a YouTube channel that is kind of like Library of Laterno, but for these streams. And every once in a while, I'll like check back. And I realized that I don't think I have more than like 2 minutes of things to say about anything ever. Every single highlight from that channel is like 3 minutes long, but it's also like he's lost the plot by the end of the clip every single time. And when I say he's lost the plot, I of course mean me. I've lost the plot by the end of it every single time. And I'm starting to think, like, maybe this is a sign that I need to see a neurologist. I understand that it's a bit hip and trendy right now to go and see a neurologist, but I think for me, it's quite legitimate. Because, like, once a week, I will have I'll get like an ever so slight headache, and then somehow within that even like slightly deteriorated mental state, my mood is going up and down at such a rapid rate that the only thing that could describe it is like either cognitive decline or a brain tumor. And I wouldn't have really like clocked on to the fact that this might be a thing if it wasn't for Kip's YouTube channel. And so, thanks, Kip. I guess when it turns out that I have a tumor, I'll come to you and I'll be like, thanks for making it so that I at least get the 50-50 of the brain surgery instead of having to deal with the 100% chance of dying instead. Red ranks today, my queen. But I mean, the stream did start with like 5 losses in a row. So yes, but also like I am streaming at the same time. Go fuck yourself, Ed. Also, Ed, I need you to know I wouldn't be playing Tekken 8 right now if it wasn't one of the only things that I can get a decent match for. I am not burnt out on Tekken 8, I wouldn't say that at all, but I am hungry to play something else. I really want to play Tekken 3. I really want to play Tekken 3 on stream, but there's just not enough people playing Tekken 3 consistently enough. Balatro. I really want it. I love Balatro. I think that it's incredible. For my own sanity of the last stream of when I played Balatro, I don't think I'm going to play Balatro on stream because I think that I don't have a place to put my anger other than myself. Dragon's Dogma 2 on release. Ed, did you make a second account to post that? No, I am not going to play Dragon's Dogma 2 probably at all. I'm glad that all of my friends are very excited for it. I don't care. I'm glad that people are hyped for it. I don't give a shit. Oh shit, Lars Twitter rant incoming. We both think that the tweet of the guy that's saying that Lars got Naruto Shippuden neutral is funny. Fuck you, Ed. What's nuts is that you love Monster Hunter, so you definitely like Dragon's Dogma. That's fair, but I also don't really have like a hungering to play a Monster Hunter game right now. Obviously not like it's not the same thing, it's different, but like that like general cycle right now doesn't appeal to me. As a wise man once said, you're never minus if you're not a bitch. I'm a bear. It's not that I'm never minus, it's that I can't fucking walk. We have 2 different problems. This is the I don't like pasta discussion and so you hate waffles argument. Not to be like actively hostile in chat, you know. You, a chatter, just trying to make a little funny in chat. Me, was that you telling me to kill myself? I'll kill you. Okay, but Reina also has Naruto Shippuden pressure. Maybe not neutral. Maybe the neutral's a little bit different. But the pressure is, like, very much, like, made for glue eaters. Holy shit, guys. Leon is sending a drone strike to my house right now. Call me evil Mr. Beast. How many drone strikes can I buy for $1 million? Less yapping, more balding. Ed, this is what... Look at this fucking guy with the tick in his stream name. And he doesn't seem to get it. If I wanted to fucking show up to stream and just play the video game, you would go anywhere the fuck else. Because I'm ass at this game. The benefit of the stream is that you get to see somebody who is in, like, a position of social influence absolutely lose his fucking mind. Not, like, you know, not that you get to watch a guy who's in a position of social influence be a little bit worse than you were expecting. Somehow, even though this isn't, like, inherently that horny, this is the horniest Tekken costume I think I've ever seen. I know you definitely play Felicia. No, you have a folder of Felicia pictures from Darkstalkers on your computer. You don't even know what Darkstalkers is. I know it. Either that, or it's like you got like a lot of Tom and Jerry and it's like completely not even slightly sexual. You just like really like characters that have balls. Alright, let's play one more. My neck is starting to hurt because I'm craning too hard because I'm too conscious of the microphone. I want to play Marvel next stream. I think I might like fuck around and find out just how long it takes to get like Marvel ranked games. Because I just want to hit foot dive, man. I've been playing training mode Marvel recently and I'm like, I don't think we're ever going to get another game like Marvel. I think that it's just like maybe one of the best fighting games ever made. Modded or vanilla? Vanilla. Also, this fucking king dripped out. What the fuck? Shout out to this guy's king. Infinite or 3? 3. Are you insane? I'm going to be playing Infinite? 70 gigabytes of my hard drive so that I can look at the ugliest game that I've ever seen in my life? You're fucking nuts. Infinite is great if you ignore the graphics and the art style and the presentation and the music and the roster. Okay, yeah, you got a point. I was ready for you to give me like a fucking 100-word essay that I've heard 400 million times before. Also, nice blue hand. Project L looks like Marvel to me. I think that you are not correct, but also entitled to your opinion. Why are people talking about the Strive OST in my chat? Did Venom get announced yet? I keep seeing the silhouette of the new DLC floating around, and I'm like, is it Venom? Because if it's Venom, then I care. But if it's not Venom, then I don't care. And it might be Abbott. I'm not even, like, thinking against this guy. I mean, I'm not saying that I would win if I was thinking against this guy, but I look at the fucking... the Tekken prowess, and I go, there's no reason to, like, even begin thinking. He's gonna kick the shit out of me regardless of what I do. And it's not just that he's gonna, like, kick the shit out of me. It's like, he's gonna kick the shit out of me, and I'm not even gonna be able to comprehend the mix. You're going in now. You're not going in? Okay, fair enough. RDC him. Don't root for the fucking guy that I'm playing against. What the hell? I'm your streamer. You're supposed to +2 me. This guy is good. This guy is good. Have you seen his fucking Korean backdash? It's making me wonder. I'm like, is this guy, like, going into the fucking LCQ and reaching at least like top 16. He's really fucking good. Yep, that guy fucking killed me. Fish check. No, I should have read chat. I should have spent less time looking at the game and more time looking at the chat. No. He's dripped out and goated. It's true. All right, fair enough. You know, one of the things that's kind of annoying about that is I was like, damn, this guy's way fucking better than me. I definitely put more damage on him than I did, like, the fucking purple rank Lars that I did, like, 30 minutes ago. Because he's willing to box, and I'm just like, if you don't let me box, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, my fucking throat's going. I'm the throat goat. I'm not the throat goat. I'm the throat... Whoa? Worst of all time? My throat hurts. Show balls? No. Show bald head? You're looking at it. Okay, we're exploding. We go bye-bye now. Bye-bye.